Hey there, Tiffany Thomas with thewealthytiffany.com, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 5 steps that I took to become lean financially free. And before we dive in, if you guys are ready to fast track your financial freedom, click the link below this video in the description and I can help you do that. And if you are ready for financial freedom right now, comment freedom below in the comments. And you guys, let's dive in and talk about the 5 steps that I have taken to become lean financially free. And let me just explain what lean financially free is. And this is basically, I have enough cash flow coming in, passive income, that covers my expenses, my basic expenses. So I am not traveling lavishly, or going out to eat every night, or going to super nice restaurants, or traveling first class all the time. But I have enough passive income coming in to cover my basic expenses. So I have some rental properties, so all of my mortgages are covered, my utilities are covered, my food, like my necessities are covered, my car payments covered. The essentials that I have, like all of my basic expenses, they're all covered by passive income. So I am super excited to share this video with you guys so you can see how I've been able to come this far. And I'm continuing on the path to become financially free. And financially free to me is being able to live my desired lifestyle without having to work for it or rely on someone else to pay for it. So, there's more vacations that I want to take, and, more things that I want to invest in, or, I want to sign up for some different classes and different things like that. So I'm still on the path to becoming fully financially free, if you will. But I've been at that point where I am lean financially free. So all of my basic necessities are covered. And let me share with you the 5 steps that I took to get there. And the first step that I took was actually figuring out that I wanted to become financially free and why I wanted that. When I originally was kind of doing research online and just studying about how to invest my money better, I came across people that had actually become financially free in their 30s and 40s, and some that are even in their 20s. And my mind was blown. I was like, what? This is a thing? People aren't working until 65? They're retiring early? Like, I was blown away, and I was so impressed and so excited all at the same time. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, I have to work toward this goal. Like, I have to become financially free at a young age. And that my goal for me is at age 40, to become fully financially free. And, since I discovered this, I've been able to become lean financially free. And that's step 1, like figuring out that that's what I wanted to do and that I actually could do that. And also why I wanted to. So part of my reason is actually just time freedom. Just having the time to do the things that I actually want to do. That's part of my reason. So if I want to spend more time with my cute little niece and my cute little nephew, I can totally do that. I can just take off and go up to my sister's house and, hang out with them. Or if I want to go up to my parents' house, they're getting a little bit older, and if I just want to spend more time with them, then I can totally do that. And, just help them, like help my mom build an Etsy store and she can sell her quilts on it. Or, it's just whatever I want to do, just having that time freedom is so important to me. It's an interesting concept because the mentality for most people is to work 9 to 5 till 65. And then start traveling and spending more time with family. But by then, you're quite a bit older. You may not be as in good of health. And then your family's older as well. So you've kind of missed out on a lot. So that is the first step that I took. Figuring out, yeah, I can actually do this. It's a thing. People are doing it, and there's so many examples out there. and tons of different ways to do it. So there's not just one way to do it. And then knowing why. The second step that I took was to figure out, okay, how much is this going to take? How much money am I going to need to do this, right? I remember talking at my old job that I had, talking in the lunchroom with my coworker and friend, and we would just be like, are we ever going to be able to retire? Like, I have no idea how much it's going to take. $1 million, $2 million, $3 million? Like, we had no idea. And we would talk about this all the time. It was on our minds. It was a concern. And so, I was doing a ton of research and figured out what I think will work for me and has actually worked for other people. And I have a video on this, how much to retire, and that kind of breaks down the details. But essentially, you can take your expenses that you have right now, your yearly expenses, and times that by 25. And that's the amount that you would need to have invested in order to be able to retire. And so I figured out this amount, what my expenses would be, and multiplied that by 25 and got my number. And then I also took into account that I have real estate properties. So I can minus out from my total expenses, from my yearly expenses, I can minus out the income that I'm getting from my rental properties. So that really drops the number down because I have this cash flow coming in from rental properties. So that's actually one reason, the main reason that I have rental properties is for this cash flow. And I actually bought my fourth property last year to help me achieve this financial freedom goal. I was really focused on it and decided to switch out some of my stocks that I had and put it toward a down payment on a property. And, that's what I felt would be good for me. So I just have that extra cash flow coming in from my rental properties. So that was the second step, is figuring out, okay, how much money am I going to need to become financially free? And then step number 3 is to figure out how I'm going to do that. And I kind of already talked about it. So I did that through real estate properties, and then I have money invested in the stock market. And I do have a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA because I had rolled over a Roth 401k and a traditional 401k. So I have both of those. So I have those retirement accounts. And then I also have a brokerage account with stocks in it. So I can take those out at any point. With my IRA and my Roth IRA, I have to wait until at least age 59 and a half to start withdrawing that money without a penalty. Except for money that I've put into my Roth IRA, I can take that money out without a penalty. So there is that option. So only the money I've put in, not anything that I have gained by having that money invested. So that's a little side note. But I just have that brokerage account so I can pull that money out at any point. And like I mentioned before, that's what I did to buy my property last year, was take out some of my stocks and put that toward my down payment on my rental property. So I figured out, okay, how am I going to do this? Like, what am I interested in? What do I think would work well for me? And I decided on real estate and the stock market. So when you're figuring this out, you can decide what works for you. Maybe you have no interest in real estate, so you just want to stick with the stock market. Or maybe you want to invest in other people's businesses. There's different options, so you can pick what works for you. And then step number 4 was to stay focused on this goal of mine. And this one is really important, but it's kind of easy because I'm so excited about the goal that it makes it easier to stay focused on it. So I'm constantly, listening to podcasts about becoming financially free. I listen to the Choose FI podcast, Choose Financial Independence. It's a great podcast. I love it. But I listen to that all the time and get ideas from people that are sharing their experiences on their path to financial independence. And I just, I read blogs and articles. I'm subscribed to a few different websites that will send me emails. And, I watch some YouTube videos. And it's just, it's on the top of my mind a lot, and that helps me stay focused on my goal. And it really helps to prioritize my spending and my saving and my investing habits by having this goal on the top of my mind. Because I'm thinking, okay, if I make this purchase now, I'm not going to be able to put this money toward my financial freedom fund. I'm not going to be able to invest it in paying down my rental properties or buying some more stocks or whatever it might be. But it really helps me stay focused, and I don't, regret a lot of purchases that I make or when I spend money, because I'm making that conscious effort before I actually spend the money. And I'm thinking, okay, is this going to help me reach my goal quickly, or is it going to take me further away? And if it is it worth it? Is it worth it to me? So I kind of just, have these thoughts in my head when I'm thinking about making a purchase. So yeah, that is step number 4, to really stay focused on my goal. And then step number 5 is to actually track my money. So I'm tracking my net worth. And a great free tool, free website to use is Personal Capital. And I'll leave the link below in the description. So you can actually, if you want to sign up for the free website, it's entirely free. You can use my referral link, and they will give you a $20 Amazon gift card, and I get one too. So if you sign up with my referral link and then actually link your accounts, it has to be at least one retirement account, like an IRA or a Roth IRA or something. But once you link that, then they send you a free $20 to Amazon. So I thought that was great. So I'll leave my referral link below if you're interested in that. But it's a really easy way to track all of your expenses and all of your money and your retirement. So it shows in there. And I also use mint.com, but I really like Personal Capital for their retirement section. So they give a really good breakdown on what you have. And they'll also they'll kind of compare it to other people in your age group. So it kind of gives you an idea like where you're at with things. So I really love that. And then it just shows like all of your transactions. So you can link all of your bank accounts and your credit card accounts and your mortgages, your, everything that you're spending money on. You can link your bank account, your checking, your savings, things like that. So it's all in one place. So I just log in, and honestly, I check this about every day. It takes a minute to do this. And I get really excited. Like when I see my net worth going up, it tracks your net worth. So everything that you own minus everything that you owe. So you can work toward your financial freedom number. And of course it shows you how much you have invested if you are investing in the stock market. And it'll show your property values. So how much your real estate properties are valued at, which may not be entirely accurate, but it gives you, a good estimate. So yeah, I just love seeing it all in one place. I don't have to log into multiple accounts and look at everything separately. I just log in, open Personal Capital, and it takes just a few seconds to update all of your accounts once you have them all hooked in there. And it's pretty easy to set up. And then, yeah, it just updates that, and you can see where you're at with everything. And, if your bills went through, if everything was paid, if your rental income came in, all of your transactions that you have, it's all in one place. So yeah, so I just track that, and that's step number 5. So I know where I'm at on this path toward my goal of becoming financially free. And that's how I became lean financially free. I used these steps to do that. And I'll continue to use these steps to become fully financially free, if you want to say that. But that's how I became lean financially free. And you guys, I hope you're excited about becoming financially free, because there's just so much worry around money, and it's a big part of our lives, and it will always be a big part of our lives. So the more that we're able to take care of that aspect, the easier things become in other areas of our lives. And as you're taking care of this, it kind of has that maybe ripple effect, if you will, Because once, you feel like, okay, yeah, I can be better in this area and not spend so much, then in the other areas, you're kind of happier because you're not regretting your purchases. And, you're thinking more about things that you value, which when you're focused on that, on investing in things that you really value, that brings more joy and happiness to your life and creates an overall better life. So anyway, these are the 5 steps that I took to become lean financially free. And if you guys are excited about becoming financially free, click the link below this video in the description and I can help you do that. And if you have other ideas about content you want me to create for you, please put that in the comments as well, so I can create more videos for you guys. And if you are already on your path to financial freedom, then comment below and tell me where you're at on the path. I would love to know that, and we can help support one another and create a great community over here and just, support one another in our goals of becoming financially free and just living happier lives. So make sure and comment below and tell me what step you're on or if you're going to move in that direction. And check out my other videos on YouTube. I have a lot about real estate investing and stock market investing, managing your money better, and mindset. So make sure and check those videos out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.